Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered why there are students that learn languages differently and at different rates in class? Have you ever been in a situation where you feel stuck in a particular task just because you cannot find the accurate word and then you see or you use Google Translator or ask your teacher about that word as a way out? It is undeniable that words are important. Lexi's acquisition is the basis to develop English language skills by all means, and people usually do not give way to this. Due to all the previously mentioned, we felt inspired to carry out this important research which focuses on the strategies students use to acquire Lexis in a public school located in Colombia. Our research question is, what kind of lexical learning strategies do students use? We aim to know students' practices in order to know their performance in class and if those probable lexical strategies are useful for English language acquisition in our context.
In order to continue with what Fabian was saying, we, in our practice and process, by teaching English, which is our focus language, in high school students here in Colombia, we observe a lot of low English proficiency, both when writing, producing, and understanding everything that has to do with the language by its level within the language process. Every school has its specific curriculum, and everything that has to do with English is different from one school to another. But with this school specifically, we noticed immediately, almost out of sight, that students were having problem even understanding the basic statements that were required in order to progress within this course. After some time observing the production of the tasks given by the tutor, activities, and everything that they have to do, we noticed that students were using, memorization and learning things by heart. So there was no point of motivating students in order to reach a potential level of English if they were just learning in order to get grades. They were not understanding things correctly because they were just using memorization. So after all this, in addition, many of the students were finding tests difficult, or maybe even using dictionaries and every other strategies in order to get acquainted with the language, but not specifically because they were aiming in order to get better at that, just because they had the need of passing that subject. So students usually tend to ask the translator, or as this case, teacher, in order to identify everything. Some students were not even interested in the language at all, and this may be because of the intrinsic motivation lacking from the perspective of a teacher. For example, when we're using strategies, maybe they are not the best suitable. So in this case, we deduced that there was a problem, which of course awakened our interest in order to make the acquisition of vocabulary better and to develop and of course discover new language patterns to suit better the language process acquisition.
Now, we know that not every student learns the same way, and our current student is to point out how important is the Lexis component in a curricular process. This study is still in progress, but we clearly have the goal of finding a strategy or strategies through pedagogy that encourage and motivates students. This with our teaching skills so that students are immersed in what is the Lexis acquisition to improve their understanding of a foreign language. Thanks to everyone for watching our video. This is a preview of what our investigation is about.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.